Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. If you are familiar with my channel regularly at all, you probably heard me talk about the name Brian ShadowStrike. He is a fantastic summoner that is kind enough to keep me up to date on forum posts because with my crazy busy schedule, if you missed me talk about what my schedule is day to day and how unhealthy it is, I talked all about it with Katie Candy when she interviewed me in a video on my channel that I released yesterday. And I appreciate everybody who's listened to the interview so far and given me positive feedback. I didn't think anybody wanted to ask for that, and yet they were asking for it. But I do think, even though some of you have asked, there's going to be a part two. There's going to be a part two for KT1 and others that were certainly more appropriate for the viewers in terms of what you're looking for than another video from me anytime soon. So, with that being said, Brian ShadowStrike is being featured in his own video for the first time, I believe, on this channel because he decided to take on a Psylocke buff concept to make her god tier, or at least demigod tier, something in the upper tier. The mutant class is so dang good that even if you're god tier, it doesn't mean you're going to be in the top 10. We learned that when we debated that the hard way on this channel last month. But with that being said, he said, I came up with the concept for a Psylocke buff that modernized her kit and gave her a bit more utility. I posted this on the forums and wanted to get people's thoughts here as well. And he corrected that it would be power combat rate instead of power gain that would be affected by charges. So, edit 2, he increased the cap by 15 and changed the percentage of power rate affected to 5% per charge and altered the SIG ability to display correct info. Psylocke, mutation passive. Being a powerful telepath, Psylocke is immune to reverse controls. That is a genius thing that makes perfect sense. Psylocke's precognition of incoming attacks helps her to increase her evade of critical hits by 20%. Huh. Always active. When knocked down an opponent's attack, Psylocke inflicts falter on the opponent for 5 seconds, followed by a 20-second cooldown. Cooldown timer can be decreased by 1 second per each successful evade of all attacks. You gain a 1500 plus bonus critical damage rating if the opponent's power remains below 1 bar. And then psionic energy. Psylocke's psionic weapons, I think I'm saying psionic right, sorry if I'm not, are made of telekinetic energy and deal energy damage instead of physical contact. Psylocke's psionic blade attacks the neurons of her enemies, disrupting their focus and deactivating all active buffs on the opponent for 10 seconds. If the opponent has no active buffs, inflict an armor break instead of lasting 12 seconds. Psylocke's psionic shielding increases her energy resistance by 40%. Psi charges, persistent, max of 20. Psylocke gains charges throughout the fight that can be carried over in the same quest by the following 2 scenarios. For every successful 5-hit combo on the opponent, gain 1 psi charge. I'd love that. Whenever the opponent fills a bar of power, gain 1 psi charge. Each charge decreases the opponent's power combat rate by 5% per each active charge. 1 charge is removed when Psylocke is knocked down by the opponent, restoring their combat power rate or power combat rate by 5% per charge removed. All charges are consumed with each successful heavy attack, dealing an additional plus 2700 energy damage per charge. That sounds like that could, in theory, stack up to be pretty deadly. All unused charges are carried over into the next fight. That's also awesome. Kind of makes me think a little bit of the binary charges of Captain Marvel movie. Light attacks. Psylocke's assassin training allows her to make shallow and precise cuts to her opponents, inflicting stackable low damage bleeds, dealing plus 300 damage, each lasting 5 seconds, a max stack of 15. Special attack 1, deplete of the 25% of the target's max power. If this attack causes your opponent's power levels to be reduced over a special attack bar threshold, Psylocke will gain power until she reaches 1 bar of power over 0.25 seconds. Special attack 2, 100% chance to power lock the opponent for 6 seconds. If the attack fully connects, Psylocke will consume up to 10 psi charges, gain 50% max power, 0.25 seconds. Special attack 3 consumes all psi charges, burn 5% of target's power bar for each charge consumed, causing direct damage based on the amount burned. 100% chance to power lock the opponent for 10 seconds. If this attack reduces your opponent's power to 0%, inflict a stun on the opponent for 6 seconds. The updated signature ability, Psionic Prowess. If Psylocke dashes back and holds block for 2 seconds, which we've seen that from other champions, right? All side charges are converted into permanent prowess buffs for the remainder of the fight, increasing special attack damage by 40% for each prowess active, a max 20. Now that sounds like some insane damage. If Psylocke has 10 or more prowess, her special attacks become, I'm gonna say that's unblockable. Unlockable sounds like something that you want to keep the Home Alone burglars out of your house with. So, there's 11 ups, 14 comments, and apparently I cannot view them because I'm on the internet browser. Well, you know what? Point is, I think this man put in some good work. I'm always impressed when the passion for champions extends to these buff concepts because, as you can see, a lot of detail and thought go into them. And we should all be thankful that there are members of this community that are so passionate about champions that we use every day, or at least are on our bench. Maybe we only use in the arena, if that we are given the chance to buff them because we don't have to worry about opening them as 5 or even 6-star champions because in some cases we already have them. Brian ShadowStrike, thank you again, and thank you for the patience while I waited to get this video. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, I was able to get to it now. Again, thanks for watching. Have a good one.